Okay, Vinny, this is Jeff. You can see here that we're doing 1 out of 30 questions. So I'm going to try and do all 30 questions in one video. We'll see how it goes. When you do the test, you only need to get 25 right out of 30. But we'll do all 30, and there may be other tests, but for this video, we'll just focus on this one. So the very first thing is to look if there's a picture. If there's a picture, you have to understand the picture. So in this case, you can see a round red circle with a line through it. That usually means do not enter or you're doing something wrong. Red is never good. Green is good. And yellow is a warning. There's not a yellow on here, but that's just an indicator on colors. And in this picture, you can see there's 3 cars driving. This one is going south. These ones are going north. You see? And this yellow car is trying to pass the green car. And the path is in this sort of white line here. And you can see it's a bit too tight for him to go. If this car is coming down this way and these cars are going this way, then if he enters into this lane, it's not going to work, right? He's going to crash into this car. In addition, you can see there's a yellow line there. Yellow line in the middle means that he's not allowed to pass. You can't pass if there's a yellow line. So I'll read the answers and then we can figure out which one to choose. So the question says, is it illegal to pass another vehicle when? And so then there's 4 answers. Approaching vehicles are too close. That one sounds pretty good. Might be a good answer. A solid yellow line is on your side of the center line outside of urban areas. So like imagine between Longview or Eden Valley and Longview, there's often a yellow line like that. So that one sounds pretty good. A sign indicates no passing zone. So there isn't a sign showing here, but if there's a sign up on the right-hand side, just past the shoulder, like right about here, and it tells you no passing, then you can't pass. So all of these sound correct. So I would go all of these. Check mark means correct. Okay, here's the next one. In this one, you can see there's a double line here, and there looks like parking indicators. It looks like this car is parked. There's a yellow indicator here, like they have their indicator on, the left indicator to indicate that they want to leave the parking spot. So it says before moving off a parked position, so leaving a parked position, you should sound your horn. Well, you never really sound your horn, so that one doesn't sound very good. Signal and pull away from the curb. That one sounds actually not too bad. Signal and then pull away. Always signal and check for traffic, pulling out only when it is safe to do so. So that one sounds similar to B, right? By the way, you want A, B, C, and D. That's how you answer the question when you're doing your test. You have to think, is it A, B, C, or D? 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, always signal and check for traffic, pulling out only when it is safe to do so. Sounds very good. Check for other traffic, signal, and pull away from the curb. Okay, we're missing one part. In B, this last one is missing a part, and it says pull out only when it is safe to do so. So that whenever there's a word like safe in the answer, that's probably the answer. So that one's correct. That was the answer there was the third one down, so C. So let's look at this picture. This picture, you can see there's a yellow car and a green car, and then there's an arrow with 2 lines in between. Probably what they're doing is measuring the distance between these 2 cars. The minimum safe following distance in traffic is question mark. And the possible answers are a 2-second gap to the vehicle ahead, 7 car lengths to the vehicle ahead, 5 car lengths to the vehicle ahead, and a 1-second gap to the vehicle ahead. Well, I know for a fact it's 2 seconds. You have to leave, if you're going very, very fast, it's going to be longer, right? If you're going very slowly, the 2 second gap will be shorter. So I know it's a 2 second gap. Although when I'm teaching, I tell people 4 seconds, but so that leaves a longer gap between the vehicles. Okay, we're on question number 4. A school bus, oh, let's look at the picture first. There's a school bus and there's how many, a distance between it, and then your car is here, the green one. A school bus with red signal lights flashing is stopped. So it doesn't show the red signal lights flashing, but I can see a stop sign that's on the side here. So it looks like this vehicle the bus has stopped. What does the law require you to do? So the 4 answers are A, sound your horn as you approach. Doesn't sound right. Wait for approaching vehicles to pass. No, doesn't sound right. Stop 20 meters away or 20 meters behind. That one sounds pretty good. Reduce speed and pass with care. So I know for a fact that one's wrong. What they don't want you to do, anytime there's a school bus, you must stop behind the school bus. Even though there's a dashed line here and there's no traffic over here, you must stop behind the school bus. And the reason is because kids might be coming out the front here and crossing the road, and then if you're passing, you hit the kids. That's why. So whenever there's a school bus, you always stop, and the amount is 20 meters away, 20 meters behind. So that's correct. Okay, next question. We're on 5. So look at this one. Oh, okay. So here's the dashed line. This could be yellow or white. If it's a 4-lane highway, this could be a dashed white line. And then the white line on the shoulder here means that this car has been stopped on the shoulder, right? So if your vehicle is having mechanical problems, should you, and there's 4 answers, stop on a bridge or a tunnel? No, doesn't make sense. Try to make repairs at the roadside? Maybe, but I don't think that's the right answer. Change lanes safely and move off the road? That one sounds good. Have all occupants stay in the vehicle? Well, that one sounds pretty good too, but I think the best answer is change lanes safely and move off the road. Okay. Unless otherwise posted, the maximum speed limit on a provincial highway outside an urban area is. So usually the words will be at the top, maximum, and always starts with an M here. And then there'll be like 60 or 100 or 80, sometimes 90 in here. And so the answer is, unless otherwise posted, the maximum speed on the provincial highway outside an urban area is. It doesn't have a good answer here. I thought it was 80, but let's go with 100. So 100 is correct. 100 kilometers per hour. So this is stepping on, looks like the brake, right? And you can see this arrow is pushing. The key to emergency braking. Okay, so this is a little complicated because not many cars have a emergency brake like this. Usually it's a handbrake. But some cars, I know, what car? It was a Honda Pilot that I was driving, and it has an emergency brake on the floor. So the key to emergency braking is steer to the left, try to lock the wheels, steer to the right. Oh, emergency braking. Oh, braking in an emergency. Oh, okay, I understand. So it's if there's a deer in front of you. Stop the vehicle as quickly as possible without locking the wheels. So that's what is the answer. You want to stop the vehicle as quickly as possible, but you don't want to screech where you're burning rubber on the wheels. Okay, 8. A pedestrian, so this is a don't walk. I think in Calgary and Okotoks, they're actually red, not yellow like this. I think they're red. A pedestrian facing a flashing or steady hand or do not walk symbol. Actually, in Calgary, I think it's a hand now, a red hand. A pedestrian is a person walking, facing a flashing or steady hand, do not walk symbol should. Take chances and cross. No, don't take chances. Not start to cross, but finish crossing the street if they have already started. That one sounds pretty good. Ignore it. No, they can't ignore the sign. And cross slowly. Nope, that doesn't make sense. So B is the answer. Okay, number 9. Where there are no posted speed limits, the maximum speed in cities, towns, villages, and built-up areas is the maximum speed. I bet you it's 50 here. And they have this sign on the wrong side. There's never a sign, or never on that side. It's always on this side. So I'm going to say 50. Correct. Okay, so here we have a tire and you can see it's flat. If the tire blows out, you should. So what happens if you're driving along and a tire goes out? Keep your foot on the brake and steer to the left. Doesn't sound good. Apply heavy braking. No, don't think that's right. Take your foot off the gas pedal and steer the vehicle firmly in the direction you want to go. That one sounds right. Keep your foot on the brake and steer to the right. Well, not necessarily. It depends on what lane you're in. So I think C, A, B, C is the answer. Okay, when two vehicles approach a four-way stop sign intersection at right angles to each other and at the same time. So you see here, they don't have a four-way sign showing here. They should have a four-way sign here, and a sign here, and a sign here, and a sign over here. So think of Turner Valley at that main intersection. It has four-way stops. So who goes first? That's the question. The vehicle approaching from the right should always be given the courtesy. Well, I know that's not correct. In Europe, it's correct, but not in Alberta. The vehicle traveling fastest. Nope. Neither vehicle should have priority. Nope. The vehicle approaching from the left should be given the courtesy to proceed first. I don't think any of these are right. The right should be given the. I think it's first come, first serve. This question's not correct. It should be whoever comes first to the intersection goes first. So that question is not right. Okay, how close may you legally park to a fire hydrant? I think it's 2 meters. So there's the fire hydrant, there's the car. So 2 meters is like 6 feet, approximately 6 feet. So let's go with 2 meters. Oh, it says 5 meters. Oh, interesting. Okay, so 5 meters. I got that one wrong. Okay, this is a freeway. You're in the blue car and you're entering the freeway. You see there's a car here, and the other cars coming the other direction or over here somewhere. When entering a freeway, you should signal and increase your speed to merge smoothly with the traffic. That sounds right. You see how you need to be going faster than this car, right? Drive slowly and be prepared to stop. Nope, that's never right. Slow down and then enter the freeway. No, you don't slow down. Stop in the acceleration lane. No, that's not correct. So definitely signal and increase your speed. So if it's 100 kilometers, then you go 100 kilometers an hour. Okay, so here's some ice or water on the road, and it's asking you, most automobile skids are the result of something. Driving too fast, underinflated tires, snow or ice on the road, overinflated tires. Well, the answer is driving too fast. Although these other things may cause a problem, if you have ice on the road, you need to slow down. Vehicles approaching a steady red traffic light. So here's an intersection. You can see he's thinking of turning left, but the light is red. What can you do when you are approaching a steady red traffic light? Can you turn right without stopping? No, you have to stop and then turn right. Drive straight through after coming to a complete stop. Nope, you have to wait until it's a green light. Turn left from a one-way street to a one-way street after complete stop unless prohibited. Actually, I think that one is correct. If it's one way and you're on a one way, that one might be right. Turn left without stopping. No, that's not correct. So this one's the only answer. The diagram isn't very good because the one way has to be going this way and the one way also has to be going this way. So the diagram is not perfect. When parking facing downhill, so you're parking and you want to face downhill. So you can see these tires, front wheel tires, are pointing towards the curb. That's correct. But when you're doing your road test, they actually have to touch the curb. Leave your front wheels parallel to the curb. That's not true. Just set your parking brake. That's not true. Turn your front wheels towards the curb or right shoulder. That one's correct. Turn your front wheels to the left. That's not correct. So turn your right wheels towards the curb is correct. A broken line. You see broken line or a dash line here? On the left of your lane means something. So you may pass if the way is clear. That sounds right. You may pass only during daylight hours. No. You may never pass. No. You may pass at any time. No, it has to be safe and clear. So you may pass if the way is clear. See, there's no car there, so that one's the correct answer. In all conditions, you should drive at a speed that would allow you to. I'm betting it has something to prevent an accident. So stop within a safe distance. That sounds about right. Stop within 90 meters. No, depends on how fast you're going. Stop within 60 meters. Stop within 150 meters. No, none of those three are correct. Just stop with a safe distance. Okay, 19, wearing a seatbelt in a collision will. So what's the advantage of wearing a seatbelt? Increase your chance of being injured. No, it'll decrease your chance. Make it harder for you to be recovered from your vehicle. No, won't make any difference. Make no difference. No, decrease your chance of being injured. Correct. That's the right answer. A yield sign indicates, so this is a yield sign. It's always a triangle, right? And it has the word yield, which starts with a Y. And you see here, this is your car. You're coming in here, but you have to yield to the other cars. You can't merge. This is a yield. You must slow down and stop if necessary and go only when the way is clear. That sounds correct. You are required to come to a full stop. Nope, you're not required to come to a full stop. Oncoming traffic must yield to you. No, there's no oncoming traffic. Pedestrians must yield to you. No, you always have to yield to pedestrians. So the answer is this one. You must slow down. Okay, here's a stop sign. I'm not sure where the stop sign is, but let's assume it's here. If there is no stop line, you see sometimes there's a white line that goes across here. Or marked crosswalk at an intersection, you must stop within how many meters of the intersecting highway? I'm going to say 2 meters. There's 2, 1, 3, and 7. 2, no, 3. Okay, I was wrong. 3. Okay, which of the following hand and arm signals is correct for slowing down? So if your indicator lights don't work, you can use hand signals. If you stick it straight out, that's a left-hand turn. If you bend at the elbow and it goes up, that's a right-hand turn. Straight out is a left-hand turn. And if you're pointing down like this, which is what it's indicating, slowing down or stopping, then you can put your arm out and down. Circular motion isn't correct. Arm up and out and up is not correct. Out and down is correct. Okay, we're at 23 here. If a pedestrian is using a white cane, it indicates what? That they are blind. So there's four options here. The pedestrian is visually impaired. Sounds good. The pedestrian is hearing impaired. Nope. The pedestrian needs assistance. Nope. The rules of the road do not apply to the pedestrian. No, the rules apply. So the pedestrian is visually impaired. That's correct. Upon approaching a stop sign, a driver must. So here's the stop sign. You see there's a white line across. You have to stop before that line. Stop, sound the alarm, and then proceed. No. Stop, then proceed when safe to do so. Sounds good. Slow down. No. You have to stop. So this one says slow down. This one says slow down. So you have to stop. Proceed when it's safe to do so. A solid white line on a roadway means, so a solid white line on a roadway means, so solid white line. Huh. Pass only when permitted? No. Pass if the way is clear? No. You may pass at any time? No. Lane change is not permitted. That's the correct answer. You can't go across a solid line anywhere. When driving in heavy fog, you should use. So it's heavy fog, you're driving along. You see it's got lights here. It says parking lights, low beam headlights, high beam headlights, parking lights, and high beam headlights. Well, I think the answer is low beam. Yeah, low beam. Because otherwise you get too much of the light shining back in your eyes. 27. So this is a car with a boat. What is the driver of a motor car not permitted to carry in a house or a boat trailer? Oh. What is the driver of a motor vehicle not permitted to carry in a house or a boat trailer? Pets, persons, firearms, flammable material. I would say persons. Yeah, persons. I don't think the others are good ideas either, but anyways, persons. You can't have anybody in the trailer. Okay, here's an officer standing here. It looks like there's a red light. Directions given by a police officer overrule. So the question is, which one is more important, or which one do you follow? Do you follow the policeman or do you follow the lights? The answer is you follow the policeman. Traffic lights, but not traffic signals. No, neither traffic signals nor traffic lights. That might be correct. Traffic signs, but not traffic signals. All traffic signs, yeah. So when there is a police officer, you follow the police officer. Directions overrule. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Directions given by a police officer overrule all. Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. I just answered the wrong one. So it should be all traffic signs and signals. The police officer, you always obey the police officer. Okay, 29. At an uncontrolled intersection without traffic signs or traffic lights. So this is uncontrolled. There's no yield sign, no stop signs, no traffic lights. Yield. Okay, yield right of way to a traffic that's moving faster than you. No. Yield to right of way to any vehicle on your left. No, it's always on the right. So this one, yield to a right of way of a vehicle on your right. C is the answer. Correct. Last question. Traveling at high speeds increases fuel consumption. Yeah, that's probably true. Every 10 kilometers above 90 kilometers, you will burn how much more fuel? I think it's 5%. Wow, 10%. Okay, 10%. And there we go.